Welcome back to 7 Days to Die. I'm Matt, and in this episode we're going right back to the beginning. Welcome back to 7 Days to Die. I'm Matt, and in... Hold on. Hello everyone, welcome back to 7 Days to Die. I'm Matt, and as you can see I am here on top of my working stiff base. Now everyone knows the facts of the matter is day one is literally running to your favourite location, getting on the roof and starting to build your base. So rather than boring you with that, I decided to skip to day two and show you what to do from here. Now as you can see I've partially made my base. I have made some bits and pieces up here. Got rid of the ladder as per normal, made myself a little route up here, but I am short on a few things, including food. So as you can see I haven't got very much food at this moment in time, and that is my main concern. I have lost a point of health, as you can see, and that was due to the fact that I wasn't quick enough on getting some water. So, first thing in the morning I am going to be running around trying to find some animals to kill, to get the meat from them and get myself a little bit more health. Suffice to say, I am also going to be trying to get the necessary parts to make up the forge. As you all well know, the forge is very important to get done as soon as possible. Now, if I bring up the specs for it, as you can see, small stones, clay, bellows and short pipe. Now these are fairly easy to get hold of. Bellows requires our oh so favourite of animal skins. Well, there's no longer animal skins, it's leather, so we need to get the leather as well. So we're going to try and get that all done, and as you can see, it's still night time, so I can't really go and do some running around to try and get that information and that stuff. But as you can see, I can see a couple of zombies running around. If nothing happens during the night, I will see you first thing in the morning. Good morning, everyone. As you can see, nothing really much happened last night, and we've got a few things to do. First off, I need some food, so I need to go and deal with that. But I've got a couple of problems. I have a biker over there on the bridge, and I have a nurse and screamer downstairs, as well as a lady who just flatly refuses to play nice. So I'm going to deal with these guys. So as you can see, the screamer has actually changed into a fat lady. Now I'm going to clear these guys out, and I will see you as soon as I start finding some food outside of this area. I'll do some exploring inside of here later. Welcome back, guys. As you can see, I have had a successful hunting mission. I did get a deer. Unfortunately, I was unable to record it at the time due to some zombies chasing me. So, as it stands, I have just had some bacon and eggs, which is great, and brought my health back up to 100. I'm just cooking up some tallow to hopefully make some more torches for tonight. And what I'll be doing now is I'll be going out and doing another mission to see if I can get some more meat. In the meantime, I'm going to see if I can get some leather, and the answer is yes, so I'm going to make that up. Ooh. No, it looks like I need to learn this, so I'm going to have to go for a run and see if I can find the book or find the bit that I need to make this work. So, for the time being, if you don't see anything more from me for a little bit, then I'm on a searching mission. If I do find it, I will show you and let you see me collect it. Welcome back. I haven't gone for my searching for more food yet, but what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to have a search down inside the building just to see if there's anything useful in here. Now, in my previous versions of the games, it has been quite a useful expedition to come in here, but in this case, we'll have to have a see and see what happens. Okay, so we seem to have a bad habit of these guys respawning whenever they want, in whatever frame. Whenever timely fashion they wish, so we're just going to have to keep an eye out for any more zombies reappearing inside the building. So, I'm going to go a bit of exploring in here, clean up after myself, because if by any chance you leave any around, it does attract the screamer zombies at night. Now, I have found this from doing some testing in my test rig, and so it's the best idea to clean up after yourself. Also means you get some meat, and sometimes you get some animal fat, which is very useful for making your torches, which are very useful. So let's go do some exploring. Well, it looks like they're all cleared up out of here, so I'm going to do a bit of searching in here, see if I can find anything of any use for me. Now, as normal, those boxes will need to be broken open, so I will leave them for last, just in case I do get an ambush of zombies suddenly come flying around the corner. Again, just make sure you clean up after yourself. If there's any dead zombies, clear them up. We don't want to attract the screamers. And for those who don't know what they look like, here is a quick reminder of what they look like. This was from 15, so they are slightly better detailed in the latest versions, so keep that in mind. And for those who don't know the scream, here it is. So keep that in mind. If you hear that, expect more zombies on the way. As always, keep an ear out for anything that is happening, because sometimes it will give away that some zombies are on the way, so just keep an ear out always. Okay, so we have the building inside cleared out, and so I'm just going to go do some more searching, and I will show you the results upstairs in just a few minutes. So welcome back on top of the building. As you can see, I've just had a bit to eat because I was running a little bit low. So as you can see, I did get a good haul out of the front of the shop, so you can see I have some more tokens. I have a sledgehammer, a normal hammer, a claw hammer. I've got some beakers, some cooking pots, and I have an iron pick. So, since I don't have a forge at the moment and I can't make the repair stuff for them, my best suggestion for this sort of stuff is to put it away until we can use it, until we can repair it, because the last thing you want to do is break it and you have nothing in case of an emergency. So at this stage I'm just going to shelve them for the moment and wait until I have some stuff that I can use with it, well, can use to repair it. I say this is the best option you can get, because at the end of the day the last thing you want to do is run out of materials that you can use to help yourself in case of an emergency. So at this moment, unfortunately, they are going to be shelved for this moment in time. Suffice to say, I'm just going to clear out everything from my inventory, make sure everything stays safe, and what I will do is I will just fix up the base for a moment, get that all stickety-boo, and go for another search for some more meat, because I've only got 2 more, and my health, although it's at 102, at this moment in time, looking at my stats, I have food of 28. So this is a major concern for me, so I need to go and get some more food. So with that, I will leave you there. Okay, so I've had a successful hunting mission. I've got a deer out of this mission, and as you can hear, the 12 o'clock is coming in, which means I should get an airdrop. So early on, these are a lifesaver, so figure out where it's coming from, find it, go from there. So keeping an eye. Okay, so that looks like it's going to be on to the left side of town. So I'm going to dump off all the stuff I've got, have something to eat before I head out. Hopefully in that drop will be a few things that I need. I'm hoping so, because at the moment we are literally just going hand to mouth at the moment. And I want to get out of that routine as fast as possible so I can actually start making some stuff and getting myself secure. So let's start going to collect that. Okay, so having sorted out the boxes and got myself fighting fit, we're going to head over towards that drop. So let's see what we can find when we get there. Do expect to have a little bit of trouble on the way with zombies, as they will congregate towards that particular point. So be ready for a little bit of a fight, and at this early stage I would just suggest collecting anything you can to keep yourself going. So every nest that you find, every bit of wood that you can get hold of, every rock that's on the ground, to just pick up as much as you can, because that may be the difference between surviving an encounter with dogs or more powerful enemies and becoming their lunch. So my suggestion, as always, is town is avoid it like the plague at the start. Also avoid the farm, because there are dogs there as well. Well, there have been, at least in the previous versions. So keep that in mind at this early stage, because at this moment in time we are in no shape to take on enemies like that. They are at this stage too fast. You can see, if you can save on ammunition, you can. If you can save on ammunition, please do so, because at this moment in time we are literally running on whatever we can find. We need to get some more powerful equipment and get ourselves into a stage where we can take on the 7th Night. Now at this stage we are in no shape to take on the 7th Night. We've got, although we have a defensive area, we've got no visibility whatsoever when the blood moon comes in. So that is after we've got this sorted out and got the book on leather, we can start building up some better defenses and get ourselves into a much better position. he was a bit of a toughie, but the payoff's there. So, a nice wrench, always good, but we'll keep that in mind that these farmers are a bit tougher than they look. So, keep that in mind when you come against them in your game. Okay, so I must be freezing because of me jumping in the water earlier. So, best ways to deal with that, keep running, see if you can find some clothes, bake in the sun for a little bit if you can. That should help get your temperature back up. I'm going to suspect that that's not going to be the case in this place, since the temperature has dropped again. Ooh, some good supplies out of that. So I'm going to run back towards my base, see if I can get myself warm on the way. Ooh. Bit of a toughie he was. Well, knocked him out, so... Ooh. Looks like we've got a new club. What have we got? Iron reinforced. Again, I think this is going to be a case of leaving it until I get a forge. It'd be nice to use it, but at this moment in time, I don't think it's worth running with it at the moment. So let's... As you can see, this club is not exactly brilliant, but it's saving me on ammunition, so can't complain too much. Well, I will see you back at the base, and we'll see if I've warmed up by then. If not, I'm going to have to start doing making some clothing. So I will see you back at the base. So welcome back, and as you can see, I've got back here. Now, I did have a bit of a bruising on the way back, and I had dried out until I had to cross the river again. So I'm now currently trying to dry myself out with the fire, and also make myself a few things, including some tallow and some food to eat. So, with that in mind, I have to get some more food again. So I need to go out and do some more hunting. I'm also going to try and get over to a bookstore that I know of on the map. So I'm going to try and head over there, and I will show you on the map when I can get it up. Now, let me just see if I went near it on my travels. Now, when I was traveling over from where I was dumped off, when I started the game, which was all the way over here, I was dumped off over here, I had to walk all this way. Now, I know for a fact that the bookstore is somewhere in about here. Actually, yeah, it'd be about there. So, that's the aim, is to get to that point over there. Hopefully the bookstore will still be there. That will hopefully get me the stuff that I need. If it isn't there, I am going to be up the creek on working out where the next big store is. So this may require a little bit of research on the internet to see if I can... Oh. Okay, so that's new. It's a bird. Some sort. So that's going to be a bit of a headache, I think. If they're floating around, this is not good news. Well, this is giving me plenty of feathers, but that might be a bit of a headache for us. So I'm just going to have to keep an eye out on that one. looks like I'm going to have some fun. So with that in mind, I'm going to head off and see if I can do some more hunting, and I will see you in the next little bit. Okay, so welcome back. I am currently trying to get some more rocks, as my ammunition is quite low, and with the night coming in again, I think it's best to abandon the idea of going over to the bookshop tonight. So hopefully I can get myself enough rocks for making some ammunition. I want a minimum of 250 by hopefully the end of the day, but I think that's might be a bit hard to reach, purely because it is a lot harder to get rocks than it was before. Hopefully, we'll see how we go. Food is still an issue, so I think I might have to just go for a run and see if I can find some more food. It may mean that I have to head into town a lot earlier than I hoped, but I want to try and avoid that. Might head over to, there is an abandoned building over there, so, oh, another bird. Let's see if we can get him. These birds seem to be an issue. I think they will continue to be an issue until I can get some better equipment. These guys are difficult. Difficult is an understatement, I think. Luckily I had some honey, so dogs used to be the pain, but I think it's going to be these birds. I think it's now going to be their biggest headache and in this version of the game, so I'm just going to keep an eye out for them and get rid of them as soon as I see them. This may require to get a crossbow, hopefully earlier. I think the first thing I'm going to do tomorrow on day 3 is head over to that bookstore, see if I can get the leather book and see if I can find a crossbow book there as well. All else fails, I think it's going to have to be a run over to a Shotgun Messiah, which I know there is one, or at least there was one, up in the snowy area, but I think that would be a bit of a push at the moment in time. I don't think I've got enough cold weather gear, so this is going to be interesting. I think it's going to get very interesting coming up to day 7. I think we're going to have a race on our hands to get the items that we need for the 7th night. So, with that in mind, I'm going to head off, and rather than boring you with me mining, if anything interesting happens, I will be back. So, with that, I'll talk to you in a minute. Okay, and as you can see, it is now coming in for the night time. While you've been away, I have cleared out some of the grass from around the building. On this side, I have completely cleared this back area here, and I had started work on this side, but with a few noises coming from this direction, I thought it would be best to go to the other side and clear it out. I have managed to make a few more bits of ammunition, so some more arrows, but I haven't got the numbers that I had hoped for. But I have gone across the road, got some corn and some corn seeds. and make up some cornmeal. So I can hopefully make up some cornbread, which will hopefully sustain me for a little bit longer, considering the situation with getting meat is very hard. So with that in mind, I have also gone into the boxes here at the rear and have been able to get a few new nice things from it. And that's the night. So hopefully I shouldn't have a busy night. Hopefully it should be fairly quiet. But you never know with 7 Days to Die what will pop up. I've already had 2 bird attacks, so I'm hoping I don't get any more. But suffice to say, since that has been a problem, I did fix up this building completely with roof and with reinforced doors. So this will eventually get expanded to covering all of this area here with a decking like this all the way around to make my life a little bit easier on horde nights to be able to repel attacks. I will hopefully put a bridge across on a couple of areas just so it makes my life a little bit easier when trying to go doing some scavenging. I am just hoping it'll be an easy night, but knowing 7 Days to Die, I'm probably going to come in for some fighting tonight. If that is the case, I will show you that as it happens. While I think about it, make a few windows. So I can make my building completely watertight, just in case it decides to rain tonight. With only 1 torch currently made, it makes life a little bit more difficult when trying to protect your place at night. But thankfully I have a couple of torches that will help out with that duty for the moment. Hopefully over the next few days I will make up enough torches to make a perimeter set of lighting, but we will have to wait and see on how that goes. Suffice to say, as you can see, it is now coming up to midnight, and unfortunately I have had a nasty surprise. The tallow is only used to make candles and flaming arrows, so if you want to make torches you can make them just out of the animal fat itself. So when you do some mining for when you go and get animal fat off things, don't process it into tallow straight off, because you can make it into the torches straight away without having to go and make it into tallow like you used to. So that has been a bit of a nasty surprise for me, which is a bit of a disappointment. I have made the cornbread and eaten that as well, and I have actually gained a little bit of health, and it looks like it is going to be a quiet night, hopefully. So with that all done, I will endeavour to see you guys in the next video. Hopefully I will make that as day 4 or day 5, at least a day or 2 before the actual horde night, and probably just be an update one, so it'll be a fairly short one. With that in mind, have a nice one, and I will see you in the next one.